Good evening everyone, and welcome to a new season of The Joy of Map Painting. We're going to be taking our dark moderate cyan Trebizond here, and we're going to spread it across our stretched double primed Clausewitz map here. Iron Man is engaged, and come to think of it, I hope nothing goes wrong here, since I've been playing around with Cossack stuff as well. Let's go. Now we got all our colours on screen. We got Ottoman green, Karakyunlu blue, Ak dark blue, and we got some clear white here in Dulkadir. Hopefully my editor will have all those colours flash across the screen for you. So with our little achievement here, we need to take Trebizond and get ourselves up to Empire rank. That means grabbing 1,000 development worth of provinces. All these beautiful colours on the palette have got to become ours. But how are we going to go about it? Well, remember, there's no mistakes around here. There are only happy accidents. And I get the feeling with Georgia being our mortal enemy, we're gonna have more than a few happy little accidents, but that's okay. We gotta talk to the people around us and make some friends with little critters around the eastern Black Sea. But first off, let's get all the nasty stuff out of the way. Georgia, Kandar, and Ak-Kyunlu. They shouldn't pay too much attention to me rivaling them. If they want some bad stuff, they should go watch the news sometimes. Alright, how are we gonna do this? I'll be honest, I got no idea what we're doing here. And if I haven't got anything painted, how can I put a big old tree in the way? Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is try and make me some friends. Talk to Circassia. Caress them. Make love to them. Get them as our ally. Second up there's Theodoro, but that beautiful rich purple is probably going to try to ally us. Just a bit of a hunch. Also going to try to get some good leadership, preferably from our not so fantastic heir. Ooh, look at that. That's not so good. Perhaps our current ruler will be a bit better than that. Not by a long shot. Okay, how are we going to do this then? We already fired off an alliance to Circassia. Theodoro we're hoping will send us one as well. Got no money for advisors. We can barely afford anything that we have right now. Let's let a day tick, see how it goes. So we got a bit of a friendship with Circassia on the go, as expected. Theodoro throwing all those good things our way. So, the thing about dark moderate cyan here, and that's the actual colour of this little piece of paint. The troubles they have is that they have big old Ottomans to their left, Karakyunlu to the right. Everyone around them tends to hate them. So, what are we going to do? I'm also being told that the game is a little loud, so this is why we have sound checks. Let's knock that down a bit. So the Ottomans hate our guts, and the Ottomans want to paint a big old tree over Trebizond. I'm gonna get that ruined. But Karakyunlu also hate our guts. So, geez, I got no idea. I don't really like my fort here. But the thing is, when you have little happy mistakes like that, you can just paint over them. We'll consider that in just a moment, but for now we'll run with what we've got. Tempted to grab a general, but there is no time for that. Speaking of no time, I think Georgia's time on this earth has gone on for a little too long. Now we've pre-painted our canvas in blood red. Let's go and see what we can do with it. Now, looking at it, Circassia's going in for the kill straight away, but they've got less than stalwart leader there. We're just going to hold out for a bit and see what happens. They're already hesitating, which means the Georgians are probably on their way there. We're going to have to prepare for this eventuality and grab some happy access from our little friends down south and put that to use. I have every confidence. Yeah, I want to spare every little bit of attrition I can, so I'm going to use our access we have here. Every confidence that the Georgians are going to want to concentrate on their main man, Circassia. So we'll let sleeping dogs lie for now. And see how it goes. Now we can't let this red get out of hand. Red's a very powerful color. We don't have enough phthalo blue to cover it all up. So we'll do the best we can. The red is starting to mix with the green already. Can't be too careful here though. Just lightly, and I do emphasize, lightly stroke the red canvas. Brush it too hard, the red's gonna brush you away. You also don't want to get in too deep with it either. Remember, light oils stick to dark ones. Now we've already had a little happy accident down with Karaki Yunlu. They aren't happy with our policies around here. They've issued us a bit of a warning. I'm sure it'll be fine. Now, as expected, the red is mixing with the green there, but that's alright, you know. We can make do with that. Got a bit of a help from our purple over there. Now, we want our purple to mix in with our dark moderate cyan over in the center right part of the canvas. So we'll mark it as such and hope they come over to play. Now you might think we've got a bit of a useless fleet hanging around out there, and to a degree you'd be right. We're going to send in the 5-inch brush over there. Also we get our little 2-inch brush and sell it for a happy ducat. We want to make sure we have full control over the canvas here. Yeah, we've about had enough with our fort there. We can just wipe it away with a cyan. Leave taking our money away for the taxman. He does a fine enough job of that as it is. I've had enough of washing our brushes in the paint thinner there. Gonna keep them there. And just put them to one side. These ones here will make us the happy buck. So with this, we'll give the red a good coloring. Now, we want to encourage the blue to wash over the red here. Now, it was all fine and well getting the purple to mix here, but I want it away now. I want it over to this side of the canvas. Hopefully our little green will help us out there as well. We just want all the colors to mix over here. Wolf Hayden sends us a letter saying a real live DDR Jake EU4 stream. Well, let me just say it is me who should be grateful that you could join us on this beautiful day. Maybe we can all paint together. You guys at home, maybe you think that it's a little out of your reach to make beautiful paintings like this. It doesn't have to be. You can just grab your brushes and paint along with me, but I'm not teaching you to copy here. I teach you to make your own beautiful paintings of the world you see around you. Don't learn just to imitate. See the world around you. See the world that you want to see. And if you don't see what you want to see, you should wake up another day. Now, we've got the feeling that the red is mixing too strongly with the green here. Now, we got to be careful with that, because we need the blue to wash in as well. Otherwise the blue is going to wash out the cyan, and that's the last thing we want. So, let's do what we can. It turns out that our brush is the best one we have around all these folks. But it's a little risky. We overuse it and we're going to beat the devil out of it too soon. So let's be gentle. Miramosa saying Jake has been Bob binging hard. Well, that may be so. What can I say? The red's a very violent color. It has smacked us around and beat the devil out of us just there, but cyan's going to end up overpowering the red canvas here. We're a little too late to completely eliminate the red there, but you know, it all just worked out. And you know, whenever there is your own little happy mistake on canvas, you just cover it up. I don't want to get rid of all of my bristles here. It costs me lots of money, but still, what can we do with them? We're going to do a special little merge here. You may or may not know about this one, but you just hold shift when you select consolidate bristles. And that way you make your happy little mistakes and force them back home. All these brushes, nobody thought to bring the paint roller. It's gonna be a real tricky one, taking out this red. But we got our own problems to see to, because we need to make a happy little buck. We're bringing some of it across from Astrakhan. But over in Crimea, we need to help it out. You gotta send a little merchant on your paintings. Just helps it bring home that extra little happy buck. The happy ducats. Now, as we foretold, the blue is going to try and mix in with the red, but we got in there first with the dark moderate cyan. And that's going to ensure that the red gets taken off of our painting altogether. The red canvas, we don't want it to show through. And even with very light brush strokes across the area, we're able to mask it away. I mean, the red, yeah, the red is not a mistake. It's just a happy accident. A little accident that we're going to remove from our beautiful painting. And painting should always bring you joy. If it doesn't, you're doing something wrong. And today we're striking for a bit of a painter's award here. To do that, we need to get ourselves to 1000 development, become a painting empire, but you don't always have to shoot for those. Sometimes it's better if you don't. It's fun to be had everywhere. We got a letter in from X Initiative asking if Lithuania is independent. At least at this point they assuredly are. But pink over here remains fully independent on our canvas. Now we got a bit of a big canvas here. You might have one that's a little smaller, that's alright. Doesn't matter the size of the canvas, it's what you do with it that matters. Although we're not doing too much with it over here, so perhaps we should invest a little in the people around us. Consider who can mix with your oils, and who are only going to clash. Look for opportunities to improve your works. Look for them everywhere. Now we've got a bit of a happy situation with the blue trying to mix with the red here. Means that's going to keep the blue a little tied up. They're certainly not going to want to overshadow the cyan here, at least not for now. Although the Ottoman green is spilling over to the beautiful colours around it. That's a bit of an accident. Maybe not even a happy accident. Got a letter in from Taip999 who says, a terrible mix of colours in Germany. Well, terrible might be a little harsh there, but I do agree it could do with a bit more Prussian blue. Our close to Prussian blue, down in Ack, trying to spread out to Dulkadir. I don't think they're going to have too happy a time with that. Our Diplo power is not to be worried about. We're just going to get rid of that straight away. We just got to wipe out one little bit more of our red and we'll be good to go. You got to be gentle. If you stroke too hard, you're going to get yourself exhausted, and nobody wants that. Galley Spam Byzantium writes us in a letter as well. Says it's awesome when you get home from a tough day at work and your girlfriend just looks you in the eyes and says, "Jake and chill." Well, I'm sorry to hear about the girlfriend, but I'm glad to hear you're coping with a bit of chilling. Now, much as we would like to pounce on our friends up here in Circassia, we don't think that green would mix with cyan all too well at this point. They got their own problems, but they'll make the best of it, I'm sure. I could really capitalize on this. It's a shame our paintbrushes around here are so terrible, but we'll make do. We will make do. Don't you worry about that. Now, the only little friend Circassia has is our cyan, so I don't think they've been out making friends with little critters. We should take advantage of this. We should take harsh advantage of this. The only problem is this this dark blue you see down here is probably not so hot either. We don't want to be spending money on this fort. No, sir. It is a little unfortunate, though. If we don't throw a little bone for these guys, they're going to come... They're going to come and wipe the cyan off the map, and that's going to be an issue. Let's have a look and consider what these guys are going to be up to. Sure enough, they've made some enemies over there, but they definitely want to feast on the cyan. We do not want the cyan wiped off the map, I assure you. I'm actually on the fence about this this part of the canvas. I might leave it untouched so that the dark blue to the south can take it over. The Black Winds sends us a fax asking that can we prevent the Ottomans from painting over the platinum white of Dulkadir. Unfortunately, the platinum white is one of the back layers, so it's going to be painted over. Maybe always remember to paint your map in layers. We might get some white later on the front there. Gotta love that platinum white. And the amount of paintbrushes we have is pretty low. Really could do with some more, I tell you that. Going for Circassia, we might be a little too late to the party for this one. But we should still take advantage one way or another. Ah, what the hey. I didn't know I could do that. Cool. Does it work for anything else? Wow. But that's neither here nor there. Holding shift on my brush and doing that seems to cause it to bring up a lower layer. So this is expensive on everything. People are going to hate us, but at least we finally get a bit of happy bucks in the bank. even though it inflates us right up. This is probably a bad move to do. I should really spare this a little bit of the canvas for the dark blue of the south. It would tie them up for a year or two trying to siege that down. Then again, we gotta really make an impact, make a splash with our painting here. And the green still really looks like it wants to slip over to our dark moderate cyan. But what the hey. What the hey indeed. Now the next move is going to seem a little strange, but pay attention. Our people are looking a bit exhausted. That's a shame for them. They're just going to have to stay that way. But straight up, we want to get rid of Immorati from us. So we need to bring some brightness to the canvas. Your eyes will be drawn towards it. Now, straight away, we're gonna clamp down on this part of the map. We don't like this part of the canvas all that much. Which is more, no, that's the wrong brush. There we go. I'm gonna try and get the texture of it just right. Nah, that's not what we want. We want to accept this part. But again, when you have something you don't like on your map, just paint over it. It's as easy as that. We don't have enough artistic experience to take care of this part of the canvas. That's okay. So our friends up there are having a little bit of a happy accident. We'll help them out a bit. Oh, now things are looking a bit ugly around here. It's almost like we're watching the news. I gotta tread very carefully here. I don't even think I know what I'm doing here. Yeah, they don't want to help us because they're already involved in that kind of jazz. But I also don't want to throw my life away here. Gonna be there on the 13th, huh? Nah, we've already missed out on capitalizing here. See, it's actually better this way. The green has weakened its color on the map. This gives us opportunity we wouldn't otherwise have. Now we need more than a few happy bucks in our wallet here. Got another piece of mail in here from Andri saying, will you try to keep Kominoi in power till we sell our painting? That's a good point. Unfortunately, it's outside of our control. We want to. That doesn't always mean we can. There's sometimes harsh realities in this world. We just gotta do what we can about them. Yeah, this is another harsh reality we're just gonna have to get rid of. Our brush is slightly superior to theirs. And we arrive just in time to capitalize on it. Now, this is one time you want to press hard. Get out all your frustrations and beat the devil senseless. That doesn't mean we need to go ape on the whole place. Center left of our new green canvas, new emerald green canvas, we just want to touch it lightly. The rest of the canvas takes care of itself. Don't need to worry. Things looking a bit rowdy over there in the chat. Oh, speaking of rowdy, took our eyes off the prize, and their very formalized trees took on ours. But that's alright. No need to worry about it. They'll be dealt with in due time. Now, our light strokes already taking effect. And there we have it. We don't want to get too exhausted beating on this little color too much. They only got a couple wee devils there, so send a couple of ours. Oh, sorry. Set them to do a little installation with us over on the canvas, and we're good to go. Like I say, you don't want to exhaust yourself too much when starting out in your painting. But at the same time, don't feel the need to copy my exact painting to the T. You got to explore your own. Just come up with your own ideas, and heck, before you know it, you'll be painting maps more deep and beautiful than I could even imagine. We got a letter in from Nightbeer saying not to use our four-legged brushes here. Apparently it's bad on the happy bucks. You know, it actually doesn't matter for squat on the bucks. Actually, it would help if I backed that up myself. Let's have a look. Just to be sure, still doing the same over there, same here. And there we have it. But it's always good to read the letters we get in. We might all learn a thing or two. Gotta make sure our inks stick together here. Remember, light inks stick to heavily applied ones. Now, we've become good friends with our big overspilling green paint. But they might still spill across and overshine our cyan. We don't want that. We definitely don't want that. So we're gonna need to start lashing on our painting here. Get as much out of it as we can. We're pressing particularly hard in the samtske part of the canvas. But that's because we're kind of lacking a bit of black here. The dark blue to the south is dark, but it could be darker. I want to add some black to it. Got some messages coming in that we could actually loot around. Now, in a bit of the longer term, that's going to make these parts of the map not shine so good. But in the short term, we could use some resources here. Us matte painters are a little crazy.